Tony.
Chill out, man.
Get me, gun. Get me. Please get me. Just take me down. Don't.
No, you're fine.
Don't hurt me.
We're not gonna hurt you, Bo.
On the morning of August 10th, police would receive a distress 911 call. On the other end of the line was 32-year-old Tony Timpa, who just got done celebrating his birthday 2 days earlier. Tony was an interesting guy to say the least. He was described by those who knew him as a kind-hearted, funny, and gentle person who struggled quietly with mental issues. Tony was diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. On the night he made that call, dispatch stated that he was having a mental health crisis, and Tony admitted to being off his medication. Tony told dispatch that he was scared, and he was in need of help. That's all he wanted. Help. When police arrived at the scene, they would see an individual who was clearly not in the right state of mind, already handcuffed by private security.
We're not gonna hurt you, bro.
Hey, relax, man. No. Get you some help, Tony. Relax, man. Just stay down.
Hey,
Tony.
Ah! Stop it.
Oh no, please.
You're gonna be alright. You're gonna be alright.
What's your last name, Tony?
The officers, instead of helping Tony, would escalate the situation further by putting him in a prone position and kneeling on his back to restrain him. Tony, already being on the ground, served as no threat to the police. So why they did this is unknown.
Tony, what did you take today? What did you take?
I'll tell you, but you gotta let me go a little bit.
Hey.
Help me!
The whole time, you can hear Tony begging for help from the officers. You can also hear Tony gasping for air this entire time.
No! No! Help me! Don't do it! I'm down! I'm down! Please don't do it!
For the next 14 minutes, police would keep Tony in this position, asking him questions about what he took to make him act this way. However, the only thing Tony could seem to do is beg for help.
Please!
We're not gonna hurt you, okay? You need to relax. Okay? What'd you take today? Where did you take?
Oh God, I can't feel!
Hey, wait, hey, what did you
Help
take?
me!
Hey, what did you take
Help
today?
me!
Tony.
The whole time the officers have Tony in this position, you can hear him getting more and more unintelligible, until eventually, Tony goes completely silent.
I'm partner again! Partner again! Partner again! Yeah, that's it. I got it! I got it! I got it!
Officers would recognize this and start to laugh at Tony, mocking and making fun of him the whole time. Little did these officers know, they were suffocating him due to the position Tony was put in. Tony started breathing funny. However, officers simply thought Tony was asleep and started to mock him.
Tony.
Tony! Tony! Start to school! Wake up! I want to go to school!
Eventually, after 10 minutes or so, Tony would stop breathing altogether. These officers were now mocking a corpse. Paramedics would thankfully arrive at the scene and put Tony on a stretcher. But soon after Tony got put onto the stretcher, the officers would start to question if he was okay. They were starting to get concerned if Tony was even alive.
I don't want him to fall.
Is he knocked out or he ain't dead, is he?
Nah,
Oh, okay.
I think I'll go free.
But after Tony got put into the ambulance, the officers would continue to laugh at the situation.
Hope I didn't kill him.
What's all this weed shit?
I didn't.
I love all this since it became a weed. Yeah, we ain't friends.
Exactly. America.
But things would not be funny for much longer.
I fucking believe
Yeah, he's not free.
He's not breathing?
Nope.
Oh, shit.
Fire. Come on.
Nah, he ain't breathing, bro.
We all put on some gloves when he's chest compressions. You know
Hey,
what it is?
I've got his mom on the phone, and she knows all this stuff.
He's dead.
He's what?
He's dead.
Well,
Paramedics would do everything in their power to reverse what these officers had done, but it was too late. Tony was pronounced dead at 8:03 a.m., less than an hour after making his first call for help. I can't imagine what Tony was thinking. The whole time, his world was going black. The last thing he heard was the people he wanted help from mocking him. 3 years later, the bodycam footage would be released to the public, making its way here to the darkest police bodycam footage on YouTube.
Cigar 2, I'm at the corner.
In the early morning of August 4th, 2021, at around 2 a.m., Officer John Numas pulls over a 2022 Kia Stinger for going almost 100 in a 50-mile-per-hour zone. Inside the vehicle was 24-year-old Luis Cevallos, along with his passenger Alexis Rodriguez, who was 27.
That kid was speeding so fast, he almost hit another kid in a bike.
I know. That's why I stopped him.
Another?
You were doing at least 100 on Kennedy Boulevard. All right, man? You almost struck my car because I was making a right turn. All right, man. Here's your documents.
Thank you. I'm sorry, we're on a first date, me and him.
That's fine, but
Sorry.
almost killing each other is not the way to start on a first date.
The passenger of the vehicle explained that it was their first date, and claimed that it was her fault as the officer calmly cited them and let them off with a warning. Luis's speed alone was enough to warrant an arrest, but the officer was kind enough to let them enjoy the rest of their night, with hopes of teaching them a valuable lesson.
Yo, this is the same kid. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
No more than 30 minutes later, Officer John was called to a fatal crash, involving that very same vehicle and a tractor-trailer. Inside the car, he would find Luis and Alexis beyond recognition. At the time of the crash, Luis was going 124 miles per hour, when he would lose control of the car and crash into the backside of a flatbed trailer. The road Luis crashed on had already seen multiple fatalities from speeding, and Luis eventually became one of those people. What's even sadder is listening to the officer gravitize the situation.
We're gonna need a crash team, sir. Crash team, we need a crash team. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yo, that's the same car, bro. That's the same car, man. That's the same car I just had, Sarge.
What happened?
That's the same car I just had, man.
What did you have?
That I stopped him for speeding.
Okay. All right.
Damn, bro. God.
Are you okay?
Yeah, bro, I'm good. It's just, like, bro, I just told you, slow down, man. Like,
You just stopped that car?
yeah, just hit him off with three. Like,
Oh, that was the same car?
yeah, I told him, like, bro, slow down. I see, like, it's my fault. We're trying. It's not your fault. If you get into an accident,
You good though?
yeah, it sucks. Yeah, that sucks. But I'm fine, man. It sucks. Like, I just literally stopped him for the same thing. Like, yo, relax, slow down, bro. And she's like, no, it's my fault. We're just trying to get home, but it's not your fault if they get into an accident. And
That day, Luis didn't take it as a lesson to be learned, but instead, he let it fuel the fire. That warning could have been the very thing leading Luis to feel invincible behind the wheel of that car. A feeling that would cost him and his passenger their lives.
Let me see your fucking hands! Let me see your fucking hands, motherfucker!
On the night of May 10th, 2019, police would attempt to conduct a traffic stop on a vehicle for an unspecified traffic violation. Inside the car was 49-year-old Ronald Greene, and he seemed to have other plans, as the car would end up running from police, which led to a high-speed chase, with speeds reportedly getting upwards of 115 miles per hour. At speeds that high, crashing almost guarantees a person's death. Officers would continue to chase the individual with urges to stop him before he potentially hurt himself, or even worse, another person on the road. However, police would not end up stopping him, because Ronald would reportedly lose control of the car and crash into a tree at a very high speed. Police claim that Ronald died on impact. However, body cam footage shows a whole other story. Ronald was still very much alive, with the airbags in his car not even being deployed, as well as very minimal damage to the front end of his car. Everything the police reported was not adding up.
I'm scared. Put your fucking hands behind your back, motherfucker!
Police would start to beat Ronald to death. You can hear him beg for mercy the entire time. But the actions of the officers were past the point of being civil.
Taser, taser, taser. Put your hand. Hey, I'm sorry. Make sure you ain't getting rolling. Quit. Okay. Put your hands behind your back. Put your fucking hands behind your back.
Okay, this is editing Lucia here, and bro can literally not put his hands behind his back. Like, the officers are on top of him, and they keep saying, put your hands behind your back. He literally can't. Bro, this pisses me off so much. Anyways, back to the video.
You stupid motherfucker. Alright, all over. Oh, this guy ain't got fucking AIDS.
Police would tase, beat, and even pepper spray Ronald until he eventually started coughing up blood, to which the officers recognized. However, they were way too busy covering up their own actions by cleaning blood off them with sanitizing wipes. This beating would last for almost 10 minutes, while officers would continue to refuse medical attention when he clearly needed it. Paramedics would eventually arrive on scene and transport Ronald to the nearest hospital. However, Ronald would tragically pass away in the ambulance. Officers would tell paramedics that he died on impact. However, autopsies told a completely different story, as there was obvious use of force from the officers. From this point forward, police would refuse to release body cam footage for over 2 years, stating that they didn't have any. On the day of Ronald's death, the highest ranked officer at the arrest, Lieutenant John Clary, told investigators that he had no footage, when in fact his own body cam had over 30 minutes of it documented. What's even worse, and probably in my opinion the most disgusting thing, is that at the end of the footage, when one of the officers was telling his supervisor about what happened, this is what his supervisor had to say.
Well, this guy was drunk, and I think he was wet.
Yeah.
And I beat the ever-living fuck out of him, choked him and everything else trying to get him under control. And we finally got him in handcuffs when a third man got there. And the son of a bitch was still fighting, and we were still wrestling with him, trying to hold him down because he was spitting blood everywhere.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he just went limp.
Damn.
Yeah, I thought he was dead. We set him up real quick. He's on the ambulance en route to Glenwood, and I'm hauling ass trying to catch up to him.
You think y'all got it on body cam?
Police officers have one of the most hated professions nowadays, and it's pretty understandable. When body cam footage like Ronald Greene shows cops doing an injustice to someone, it's easy for people to say that all cops are like this. However, it's officers like these that give the profession a bad name. In today's age, we are short on people who want to get into law enforcement because of this. But I want to leave you with this. Yes, there are bad cops that definitely do bad things, but at the end of the day, a lot of cops are good people who have good hearts, and they put their lives on the line to keep you safe. May Ronald Greene and Tony Timpa rest in peace. They never deserved the injustice that was served to them. May God rest their souls.